Morning, my name is Wendy Pitkin and I'm doing an interview with Judy Sutton today. Welcome.
Thank you.
What brought you to the islands and when did this occur?
I had been on the island for about 18 years and it was just a on the moment choice, just looking around and put a deposit on a house for $100 and that was how we stayed here, where you can't do that anywhere else.
Oh no.
Not now anyway.
No, most definitely not. So you bought a house.
Yes.
Okay. What was life like on the islands at that time?
It was a lot quieter, obviously, and the traffic wasn't quite as bad. It was pleasant. It took me a little while to get used to the island. I wasn't the one who wanted to come.
You weren't used to a country atmosphere?
No, it wasn't quite that much. It was just the whole transport thing. The inconvenience of just jumping in your car and heading off and coming back. You get used to those things.
What made you get involved in working with the community?
I thought if I'm going to be in an isolated area, that I needed to get myself involved in something. And I did get involved in an art class, which I really enjoyed, and the singers, which I also enjoyed, which is only just finished, but we started new. And I saw a little ad in the local paper saying, come and join and be a first responder, and I thought, oh, I wonder what a first responder is. So I looked it up and had a bit of a research, and I thought, well, I can do that. I've had children, it's like a first aid and sore knees and things. And so I joined up. And I was with the first responders for 8 years or a little bit more. And I'm not with them now, though.
Okay, so as a first responder, what did that involve?
Well, there was definitely a lot of training. It wasn't just first aid. There's oxygen and the CPR, and if a paramedic wasn't on the island at the time, then you basically had to keep the patient calm, hold their hand if that's all they needed, and do what you could do to relieve any discomfort or pain that they might have. Mostly they were scared, and just holding their hand might have been just enough. Or if you walked in with your big bag, they sort of relaxed straight away.
Okay, so did you do any other type of community involvements besides the singing?
No, that pretty well took up my whole time. When I first joined the first responders, there was only 2 of us, so we were just doing like sometimes a week at a time, and we were on 24-hour call, so there wasn't a lot of time to fit anything else in.
Okay. Have you enjoyed your time living here on the islands?
Most of the time, yes. Yes, I still got that little thing about the convenience of transport, but I don't go on it very many times, as little as possible.
Right. Are there any memorable events that you can remember being part of?
Well, the singers was a good thing to be part of. We used to all practice every Monday and then head off to the nursing homes, which I really loved. But I'm not sure they're even doing that sort of thing anymore. And well, as I said, first responding kept me pretty busy, and there was always something happening at that. But you did feel as though you helped people, and you helped the paramedic, because we only had one at that stage. A lot of times he wasn't on the island, so you would do what you could to keep that person calm. Yes, that was a big part of my time for 8 years, yeah. So, there were lots of little things that happened during apart from that and outside of responding and the other things I did. I did a lot of things. I'm a gardener and I'm a sewer, so my time was full.
And obviously, as a first responder, did you get a lot of enjoyment from doing that?
I enjoyed it immensely, but it also scared me because you had no idea what you were actually heading off to. So you had to take a full deep breath before you got out of the car, had everything in your hand and made sure that you were ready. Step up.
There have been other people who've sort of said that there have been different events, you know, like dancing on the barges and...
No, I never did any of that. No, I didn't actually. As I said, first responding took up
a lot
of my time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And anything outside that. And that was very tiring emotionally, and it could be stressful.
Mm.
You know, out at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock. So, yeah.
Jumping up at the drop of a hat, yes.
Yes, you know, throwing your uniform over the top of your pyjamas some nights. I don't think I could do that anymore. I've come over that.
Well, I'd like to say thank you for coming in and sharing your little bit of history with us.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
You've just mentioned that you had a interview with the ABC years ago. How would you explain that?
The ABC, and I can't remember what her name was, Rebecca Livingston, I think it was. She rang up to see if she could interview one of the first responders, and I was chosen for whatever reason. And I had an hour interview, and it was on the ABC 612 station the following week or something like that. It was very exciting. Nerve-wracking but exciting.
A little bit scary.
And very scary. It's when you listen to it, you think, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or I should have said something else. But it wasn't too bad considering. So I'm not a talker in front of a camera.
It's very hard. Thank you for that. What was the most exciting part of being a responder?
I think I could say the birth of a baby, because the first responders all want a baby. They don't get them very often because the paramedic whisks them off to the other side, so he doesn't have to deal with it. And I think this little baby was born on the kitchen floor with the calmest mum I've ever seen. That was quite exciting as well. But of course you get the bad ones as well.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.